Good day, my fancy friends. My name is Top Notch, and welcome to another Five Nights at Freddy's Theory video. In this video, we're going to be jumping back in time yet again, but for a good reason, to discuss the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 toy animatronics, and discussing whether they were actually possessed by the kids' souls or not. And I'm here to prove, or try to prove anyway to you guys, that yes, they were actually possessed by the kid souls. Most people, including the biggest theory channels out there, the Game Theorists and 8-Bit Gaming, seem to like to latch on to the fact that the toy animatronics were not possessed, but simply had the advanced mobility, the face recognition, and stuff of that matter. And that's why they act so strangely, is because they detected a predator and things went wrong. But I was not convinced. The reason why it took so long to get another theory video is because I had to really look into this one. I had to really think about this one. So this one should be a little more worth discussing, and it should shed some light on whether the toy animatronics did play an important role, and the fact that they were probably and still will be a pivotal point of characters. So starting off, we have the fact that when Toy Freddy comes into your office, his eyes, for one, look like this. They're just sort of black with highlight marks. And if he wasn't possessed, what would be his point of coming into your office looking like this? And furthermore, I don't have the image for it, but Toy Chica, we all know, for whatever reason, her eyelids and her beak mysteriously disappear. We all thought maybe it was a mistake on Scott's part, but he does not sort of dwell with mistakes well. He's not really made any. So it's intentional. So why, if they were not possessed, would they just intentionally make their eyes look different, Chica make her, like, manually remove her beak, and so forth? Like, why would they purposely do these things to make themselves look more frightening, or simply do these things if they're programmed to be more kid-friendly? Why would they make themselves look more intimidating on purpose? It makes no gosh dang sense. So talking about next is the newspaper clipping at the end of Five Nights 2, where hopefully you can see this. The date, this part of it comes with great credit due to Game Theory himself, who has established that we get the phone call talking about this being a summer job, yet the date of the paycheck is on the 11th month, which is November. So obviously you're not working a summer job if you're working in November. So that right there proves that right there is going to help me to prove one of my points in just a second. But if it's in November, then the phone guy says that you're working on a new summer job. Obviously, these are pre-recorded messages, and there's just not really much else you can say about it. It's sort of self-explanatory. These were pre-recorded messages, and there's a good reason. The reason why they're pre-recorded and why it's so important, it'll make a lot more sense when I actually read off the phone call. But it's such an important part to the story, and it probably explains, yes, these toy animatronics did have kid souls, despite people thinking they weren't. So here is the Night 6 phone call. Phone guy says, someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it. Now, none of them are acting right. So, why would phone guy tell us that someone had used one of the suits, a spare in the back, a yellow one? Someone used it, none of them are acting right. Well, that's to tell us that someone either used Springtrap, who at the time was probably yellow, or Golden Freddy, who I explained could have been used as a Springlock suit because of the foam finger theory with the hand, and it. You can go check that out for yourself. But if these are pre-recorded messages, that means that all of the investigation, the Springlock suit or the yellow suit basically getting used to commit the more murders, means that all of this happened in the past. All the toy animatronics are now malfunctioning, but because of possession. Because if all of this happened in the past, the kids' souls from that past murder would have made their way into the toy animatronics, and that would explain what their behavior is doing in Five Nights 2. It's not all of these new improvements. The original animatronics were possessed from Fredbear's, or the first establishment. The toy animatronics are now possessed because of the murders that happened in the actual summer job, even though you're working in November. So anyways, guys, this was an intense theory. Took a long time, but I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. And I may be out of time for this one. But as usual, have a top-notch day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.